welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I would like to answering your question. What the question that I got during my interview section of Global UGRAD program. Anyway, before we start the interview question, I would like to give some information that maybe it is needed when you will have like interview section on January 19 later. So first you have to know that you will be interviewed by one psych and also one kind of like lecturer and also one from American, like native speaker of American. So there are 3% that will ask or interview you. But in some case, my friend asked by 2% and some of them are 3. So it can be 2 or 3%. And also, you will follow like a Zoom session interview section because of COVID-19 and also others kind of like different places and it's too far if we have to go to Jakarta or other places. So you will be interviewed via Zoom. And it is very fast, I think, because there are a lot of lists of person. So you will be interviewed by the list. For example, I'm the list number 3, so I will be the interview number 3 later. So the first person maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and other person will be 15 minutes, and other person will be 20 minutes. So it's different from one to another. Alright everyone, and also the most important is, I believe that you already know it, the connection, because it is via online like a Zoom. So you have to make sure that your connection is good, and I suggest you to go somewhere that you are good enough with the connection and quiet place to interview. Alright everyone, that's all about the information that I would like to share before the interview. So now without further, let's go to the interview question. Alright, for the interview section, I got like 7 questions if I'm not mistaken, because it was already like 2021, and I think it's quite fast because one question I only answer like 1 minute. Anyway, it's very important guys for you to not answer too long or too short, like in the middle of it, so it will not make the interview boring or you're not listened by them. So the first question that they asked me is, what leadership means to you? Anyway, before I try to answer it, I want to remember you that my second essay is about leadership. So they asked me more about leadership. Alright, when they asked me that question, I said like, leadership for me is very important, especially for the organization. For example, when I lead a team, we have to make sure that we can lead also, becoming a leader person. So I said to them that even though you are a leader, it doesn't mean that you cannot be led by another person. So if you become a leader, so you already know that you can lead by another person. So it is very important, I think, to know about the interview question before you interview. Alright, the second question they asked me, what do you mean by lead a team and lead it by another person? And I said, I believe that a leader is someone who can lead a team, an organization, that it is very important for him also to make sure that he can answer and also lead a team by themselves. For example, when you lead a team, you have to know what is the best thing that you can give to your team. For example, maybe we can give an honest, or also the way we create the decision after we make a meeting, and also the way we give the conclusion after we make a project. And I think it's very important for a leader to become someone who can lead by also becoming a leader by another person. So for example, when you lead a team, you don't need to kind of like becoming just a leader. You don't you cannot be led by another person. Kind of like pretty much like that, but there's no maybe in my answer. So I believe that it is very important for you to not put like maybe in your answering, guys. And the next question, they asked me about how you manage your time between study, academic, non-academic, achievement, and others. And at that time I said that manage time is very important, because I believe when we can manage our time, we can manage other activities that we can do. So I always make a priority. For example, it is urgent, so I have to do this more than others activity because this is urgent situation. But if this is not too urgent, I will do the another urgent activity one. So it is very important also for me to do same activities, and also it is very important for me to manage the time. And then they ask me again, how if you find two activities that are very important and urgent, and how you manage your time. And I said at a time like I will priority which place that I need it more. For example, the first activity I'm become a leader, the second activity I'm become a leader of division. It means that the leader is very important, but it is also important. It doesn't mean that I leave both of them or I take just one of them. So I will make this priority and it will be the second. So after do this activity, I will come to this activity and I will lead a team. So it means that I can do and handle two activities in the same time. And besides that also, now in the digital era, I believe that Zoom is very important for us. For example, I can lead an online class or an online activity and another is offline. So I can do both in the same time. And the next question, they asked me about how if you becoming a leader in an organization or maybe in a volunteer activity in the United States, how you lead a team. And it's very concrete with the question that they asked on my essay. So I said in my essay that I have 4 tricks how I can manage a team when I becoming a leader. For example, the first one, I should put an honest and also communication, and also how I try to make the team become more communicative, and also decision. So I put 4 of them in my answer. So I said like, I believe in the United States later I can lead a team because in Indonesia I already tried to lead a team in my university. I applied 4 things in my team and it's very work. The first one, I try to be a good leader by honest. So I explained for my team like the way how we can manage our project, and also I try if we have a problem how to solve the solution. And the second one, of course, the communication. It is very important to communicate with other people, especially in our team. If we can communicate with them, it is very important for us to ask their opinion and their perspective about how the project will be delayed. And the third one is how we can manage a team by the communicative. So besides communication, of course, communicative. So everyone should sound their idea. And of course, the last one is decision. After the meeting, we have to make a decision. And the decision is taken when we already give our opinion. So I apply 4 things on my team when I lead a team. So the last question is, they ask me, what is the challenging that maybe you will face out when you study in the United States? I believe that I will face out the racism. Maybe I cannot show them like the way I explain in Bahasa, or maybe the way I explain about Muslim, but I will show by action, because I believe action is more important than theory. I will show them how Muslim good and tolerance each other, being an open-minded person, and I believe the way I show the action as a Muslim will give them new perspective about a Muslim. So even though I face the racism later on, I can face how I can manage action that I do show to them, and I believe that becoming a friendly person will make me not get racism in the United States later on. Alright everyone, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you on my next video. Bye bye.